So so that's a each show. What we're going to focus on is the Atlanta Hawks. So we talk a little Atlanta Hawks. We talk entertainment. We talk music. Whatever it is, social topics that's what we cover here. That's kind of what our thing is. So for the first half, we're going to talk about the Atlanta Hawks, see how the playoffs have been so far. Also, just talk big picture stuff with them as well. That's kind of what we do here. So I hope everybody enjoys. Stay tuned. Our Twitter is A-League1. And then also, I think everybody gave out their Twitter handles, right? So hit us up.
Nobody gave out their Twitter
Nobody gave out Twitter handles? Are you serious? Okay, well, I'm going to do mine. Your Boa NBA is mine. Rashad, do yours. So
at Jeff 3006.
That you got it. First of all, hold on. You got to change your Twitter handle.
I got to tell you, it's a long story. It's a long.
It looks like a Reddit. Like
no, it came from like when I was a kid. So that's it's just kind of a.
It looks like it doesn't look like a real, like a spam Twitter. Like,
yeah.
Every time I look, I'm like, I don't look at. Okay.
It is a kid thing.
It was a kid thing.
Yeah.
I have an email. And go ahead. I have an email.
Jeremy Johnson Clark _Kent _75. Get my Superman on.
He does every time he does.
At D Norwood 90.
And it's just my name, AKIEMBAILUM on Twitter as well as the gram.
We're gonna talk about Keem and his people don't know Keem Valen, the last one that he had some words for some people last week, and and we're gonna make sure we run that back. But let's start off with the Hawks so far, man. Everybody, y'all fool, man. A-League, baby, we in the building. So look, Atlanta Hawks right now. We are 0-2 in this. We're laughing right now because there's a poster in the studio right now of a rapper who looks like. Wait, why is he so short? Man, look. There's a dude look like Jay-Z, but he ain't Jay-Z. His name is Vite. What's his name? Vic Spade?
Maybe.
Hey, Vic Spade. Shout out to Vic Spade, man. I hope you make it big, dog. You know, you on Tidal and all that. He's lying about all these. Look, can we talk about Anyway, Vic Spade, shout out to him, man. Make it big.
Do what you do.
Do what you do. We're going to talk about these Atlanta Hawks. First off, we're down 0-2 right now. How's everybody feeling? Y'all tell me, is there any... Bud's not going to change the lineup. Like David hit us up about it. Bud is not going to change what it is right now. Tim Hardaway is going to stay in the lineup. Dennis Schroeder, Tim Hardaway, Taurean Prince, Dwight Howard, and Paul Millsap. And every game the Atlanta Hawks have lost they lost by 7 and they lost by 8 points or 9 points the second game, was it? So it hasn't been any blowouts, but it feels like they've been blown out for some odd reason watching them. Do you guys think the lineup should change? That's my first question.
First of all, the lineup doesn't need to change. The lineup's okay. Honestly, it's over. It was over the moment Millsap said they were playing MMA. That the moment he said that ended.
You didn't like that MMA line?
Psychologically, he let the Wizards know he was in there. They were in his head. So it's a wrap.
Yes. You think the Hawks are not physically? They're not physically, or they're mentally not tough enough.
Yeah.
Against this Washington.
They could have been, but now they got that mindset. Oh, they're playing too physical. What?
And did they not? First of all, did they not expect that coming from the Wizards? Because, like I've seen, we've all known. I think the Wizards are just like on a mission right now, right?
Yeah.
And like they want to play. Yeah, like they want to play. It's vengeance, and then they want to play LeBron and Cleveland. Like they feel like they're not like the Hawks. I think they look at the Hawks as not in their stratosphere at all. Like there's not one moment watching this series, watching John Wall flex on Dennis Schroeder, and he's just doing like everything John Wall's doing on the court with all the animate. He's very animated. He's like, he doesn't feel anybody on the court can stop him. I don't think they take the Hawks seriously. Like it's a very interesting like take on how Washington looks at Atlanta. It's just there's a little respect there. And it started off with, like you said, Morris punking Paul Millsap. And Paul Millsap came back the second game 2 better in the third quarter. Had 14 points there. He ended with 27, but most of that game Morris was on the bench. I think I'll admit this, I was wrong. I thought Paul Millsap would win that matchup with Morris. And, I just said it. I just thought he would. I thought he would.
Who said?
I thought he was savvy.
Was be an X factor in the series.
Was that? I don't know if it was you or not.
It was me.
Well, why? Why'd you say Morris was the X factor?
Well, I mean, because all regular season, Morris bullied the Hawks power forwards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what it is, and it's not that. Excuse me, I'm seeing this argument with a lot of people saying, "Oh, the Wizards are on the mission. Oh, they're a tough team. The Wizards look good." Well, they've looked good all season, and I don't know if it's more so the Wizards than it's just they just match up well with the Hawks. Like, are the Wizards really that good? We'll see. We'll see. Let's see in the second round. But as for the Hawks, do they have a chance to avoid a sweep? I think so, because when you average, what are they averaging, like 19 turnovers a game this series? Yeah. You know, if you can get that down to 12 like a regular game at home, especially since we play well at home, you know, we could get one out. And
to piggy off of that, Dennis has only been accountable for like 4 of those turnovers. So giving him credit, I think we were all kind of worried about his turnover thing. Right. He's handled it well, the ball well. It's just the 2 other guys. Say it again.
And he can't guard John
Wall.
Wall.
That's a bad match. But what can they do though? Like, that's the thing. If you put Thabo in the lineup, then where do you put Dennis on? Like, that's the thing about, like, where can you put Dennis on in the starting unit? Because you got to keep Torian in.
I'd like to see Kent Bazemore try to guard him. You know, from the
he
start.
He has though.
I mean, I'm
from
talking
the start. Oh yeah.
Just matching up. Bazemore. I don't really want him in the starting lineup, but I would like to see him play 30 minutes and guard John Wall for all 30 of those minutes. I would like to see that for at least one full game to see how that kind of matches up.
Not Thabo and Baze. You just want to do just Baze?
I just want just Baze, because Baze seems to really handle guarding point guards for some reason.
No, truth to fact that he's guarded point guards, like especially fourth quarters throughout the season. Like, Bud would have the lineup where Baze is the point guard, and have Baze and Tim Hardaway Jr. as like the backcourt, and then that was fine. I get it, but at times, but not against this Wizards team, because Oubre, you saw last game, they forced both of them into like 4 turnovers apiece, and it was like ugly. Like, they were scared to handle the ball in front of Oubre, John Wall. All those guys, just like, they're just too athletic. Like, there's no way you can have them as your backcourt. Like you said, you wanted them against Wall, but they're physical. Yeah, so it's like he can't match it with Wall offensively. So what do you do there? You lose. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you lose that kind of, like, that punch you have, that impact. You got to keep Dennis in somehow. Like, they can't go. My thing is, you can never get on the court. But I wish he would stop doing it. But you can have, for this series, you can't have either Calderon or Dennis out the game. Like, one of those two need to be in the game. I don't care how he does it, but you can't have Tim Hardaway in with Bazemore. It just doesn't work. That needs to stop. I don't know why he keeps doing that, but it's not working. And Tim Hardaway's been struggling, and that's another thing we're gonna talk about, because I can't understand.
He's supposed to get that money. And
man.
When it come payday, So
let's have one other thing to ask.
Okay.
Like I said, you guys were praising them when they beat Cleveland twice in Boston. And I told you, I ain't say a big deal about it.
I said, hold on.
So we're going to talk about this.
Let me stop this right now. I said, as long as we don't match up with Washington.
Yeah, you did.
Then we have a chance. Then we going to win the first round. We could beat anyone in the East, not Washington. And we can't beat Cleveland in a 7-game series, but we can push Cleveland. We can make it competitive. We can't beat Miami, and they didn't even make the playoffs. So those are the only teams that can beat the Hawks in the Eastern Conference. Hold on now. So before you, okay.
Somebody who isn't speaking.
It said Barack Obama. Folks want to pop off.
I was saying.
Oh, he did say that.
It's somebody who isn't speaking that has a strong opinion about this team could be special. The deep depth. Go Dogs. They.
Hey, Jeremy, you was out. Jeremy, you was out last.
Give him some credit, and I was like, no, it's just a regular game.
Jeremy, we got to hear from you, Jeremy. Jeremy felt confident about a couple weeks ago when the Hawks beat the Cavs and the Celtics. How do you feel now? Is responding to David?
I'm with Rashad. I said the same thing, that as long as they were playing the Wizards, they had a chance with anyone else but
Toronto. We wanted Toronto.
We wanted Toronto.
Exactly. I think they could have beaten those teams, but I mean, I didn't know they were going to get punked game 1. That changed everything when they just got straight up punked.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they didn't even show up.
Right.
They got punked all year.
That's true. But I thought because the playoffs came, they would man up a little bit.
And maybe they were carrying a little bit of momentum from that Cleveland win as well as from that Boston win, perhaps. But then again, Rashad, you also mentioned something as well, losing big to Indiana.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you did. I did. Yeah, the last game of the season, we lost to Indiana pretty poorly.
To Indiana without the starters. Everybody's like, oh, there are no starters. I was like, well, there are no starters against Cleveland. Y'all made a huge deal out of that.
That's fair. That's a valid point. That's a valid point.
But Dwight Howard is the one person I am surprised about that has been kind of getting punked.
He only has 13 points in the series so far.
He's getting the rebounds.
Yeah,
it's just you need to score, dude.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You think about it. We haven't played Dwight this series much of the fourth quarters of either game.
Right.
That
because
hurt them the other night too, when that Gortat got the
Get to-
tip back out,
Exactly.
and they got to start the clock again, and they end up scoring, and that pretty much put the game out of reach. So that was one questionable thing with Bud. Like late in the game, I know Dwight's not that much of a scoring threat, but when you got those late situations and free throw shooting, and you need to get the ball in your possession.
true.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would rather him get the rebound and then call timeout and get
Yeah.
another offensive player, and I'd rather him play that game than not have him out there in the whole fourth quarter at all.
How many tap outs have we seen with Gortat this whole series?
You can't
Everything's
play-
a tap out. Like every
cannot-
rebound they're
when
getting is
you
just a
can't
tap
get a
out.
stop, because in the fourth quarter of that I'm about to say game 4, game 2, you know, the Hawks kept scoring, and then what they do, they just kept scoring. They kept trading baskets, and then I was watching it. You know, shout out to Fox Sports South. You know, Bob and Neek, they kept saying the Hawks need to stop here, and then scoot, Bradley Beal, scoot, Gortat, John Wall, and one, what I mean.
You're talking about game 2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
game
talking about
two.
game 2. We need, when you need some defense, you got the 3-time defensive player of the year sitting on the bench.
Those two. Do you guys realize that those two, John Wall and Bradley Beal alone, outscored the Hawks starters in like the game 2, the fourth quarter? Dude, they scored 24 points together.
Because they're star players.
I was like, and it was just at
And they
will.
want it.
Yes, at will. They beat the Hawks by themselves.
Yeah,
those
these-
two, and I
these
was like,
local guys that keep saying, you know, Dwight got the ball 6-7 times. That's not enough. He needs to post up and
let's
get
see
the
how
ball
many.
more.
Let's see how many
Yeah.
he's got. Go ahead.
It's they saying that. It's like it's the posting. It's not. You know,
No, that's not what you want to get him into. He's
Yeah.
what? He has 6 field goal attempts in the first game and 5 in the second game.
Yeah.
And like you said, and one of those, 2 of them, like you said, people want post ups. I think only like out of those possessions, I would say like 3 or 4 of them been post ups, really. But they haven't turned out right because the thing is, Dwight moves so. Not trying to kill him, but his post moves is very slow. And by the time we've seen weak side defense comes over and blocks him. How many times has that happened in this series where he's trying to gather himself? By the time he gets up, I'm like, dude, he doesn't have the elevation he used to have, right? So you can't just dump it to him and expect him to make a move. And then it's not like Washington's like what they want him to post up.
He never
They're
was that
baiting
player.
for him.
He never was that player. I don't get why people expect it out of him. Even in his days when he was dominating them with the Magic, he was just doing it off athleticism.
Yeah, but he's a roll man. He's a
Right.
great pick and roll guy.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
That's it. But that's exactly. It's like that they haven't. I don't know how many pick and it's been very few of the series of pick and roll between him and Dennis. That's actually at least created a shot for Dwight or an open shooter. It's not working because like Washington's not worried about Dwight rolling to the basket for something. Yeah, so they'll stay out on shooters. And it gives Dennis what to work with. But credit to Dennis, we also got to give him that. He's played really well this series. Yeah, but Dwight has been they can't play him much. It
It's
doesn't
more
work.
glaring. It's more glaring because of the fact that number one, Dwight Howard's a little bit older, of course, obviously, than he was, when the Magic in LA. So those issues that he had with his game in Orlando and LA and Houston, they're coming more and more towards the forefront. And also, you can't play finesse against somebody like Marcin Gortat. When you get punked like that, like somebody like Marcin Gortat, you will get punked as well.
Yeah.
I really think
It'll
all
come out.
that is BS. I mean, Dwight has dominated Gortat, Morris, Mahimi, anyone on the Wizards.
You mean throughout
all
his career?
season long?
Oh,
All season long. All this season when his game was diminished, and that's BS that he can't play against these guys.
I think
it's
It's
up
a-
it's up to Dwight. I mean, it's not up to Dwight. It's up to Dennis getting the ball.
No,
to
I
him.
agree. We agree.
It's up to the team feeding Dwight more and putting him, because you played the whole season with this man. You've seen the games where Dwight had 24 points, 30 points. You know where to get the ball to Dwight at this point of the season,
of course.
to where he's going to eat.
Yeah,
Let the man eat.
Millsap said they got a better small ball team, and then the small ball seems to work.
That's what. Well, see, even that's another thing. If keeping for Millsap himself, he's another one that Washington is like gladly just leaving him on an island, which is weird. Like they're not doubling Millsap. They're not ever going to double him. They're just going to let Morris or Gortat or who else, Jason Smith or whatever, who was guarding him last game. Like they're going to let those two they feel like they have an advantage, which is, I don't know if Millsap's taken that as a disrespect yet, but it doesn't look like it. Game 2, he played better, but still, it's like he's another one. Washington is not doubling anybody on the Hawks. Like, there's nobody of the Hawks that's being held. I mean, the Washington's being held accountable. It's just on an island. They feel like mano y mano that they can beat the Hawks, and that's what it's been looking like this whole series. Like they're just not afraid of any matchup. There's no matchup they feel like Atlanta has an advantage over.
At what point?
Go ahead.
At what point do the Hawks kind of abandon that that small ball, even though it works.
Oh, with Muscala.
It works offensively, but then you get in late game situations where you can't get rebounds, you can't get a stop. I mean, so if you're playing that style, which is good for you, but at some point you're not going to beat the Wizards at that game. That's their game, so you're not going to beat them at it. I think. At what point do the Hawks go and try to bloody it up and ugly it up and make it a 89-95 game, make it a 80-80 game? Like they have to. I think if they play the more minutes, that'll equal an uglier and slower paced game. I mean, they're not going to beat the Wizards playing 120, 110. Like scoring what they're scoring now, they're going to get swept. Yes. But if they get it down in the 80s, I think they have a chance to make a comeback and maybe make it a series at that pace.
I 100% agree. And I think that's exactly why inserting Thabo or whatever else in the lineup, whoever else is, you got to have somebody on the perimeter that and even I know you want to lead Dwight in, stay big, stay who you are, is the biggest thing, because I know Bud coming into the series thought, all right, let's just ride, because Timmy was playing well before the season ended, so I understand that you have to ride him out, but it's matchups. Like, it's not about who's just having the hot hand, it's about who do you have against the Wizards. The Wizards are a big team and they're long and athletic, so it doesn't, and like you said, they can shoot the ball, so the only way you can disrupt that, especially off the pick and roll, which we're doing terrible at guarding pick and rolls in this series, is you have to just make it uglier, have more defense, have more guys on the perimeter who can actually switch. Like, all these switches we have right now are awful. Like, it's just every time they switch it, it's a bad matchup for Atlanta. So it's like you gotta put in Thabo in that lineup. You asked for Bays as well, but somebody with a little bit more defense. I want Thabo in the lineup first.
That was a doghouse, ain't it?
Well, yeah, I know. He didn't play till what? Second game, he played in the third quarter.
Yeah,
and I was like, what took so? No, end of the second quarter. I was like, what took so long to put this guy in the game after? I thought it was just the injury. I was like, all right, he's just hurt. Maybe they won't play him. The groin. And they're like,
probably late to another game.
Hey, who was it? They said
because he was late last time.
He was. Chris Humphries was late because the tree fell on 80 somewhere. He was trying to get to the game. You remember that? That was like a couple weeks ago. You didn't hear? Okay, so one of them was late because the tree fell somewhere and they did not make it to the game on time. And then I think that was Chris Humphries. I was like, but y'all know how it's going in Atlanta right now. We just trying to make it. We just trying to make it.
Yeah. Everybody's just trying to make it, including the basketball team.
Everybody an hour late.
Dennis been making it to the game on time.
85, 20.
I know, right?
75.
Like,
they were burning in here, man.
Everything's just everything is just all over the place. But yeah, it's very difficult. Not only is it difficult when to play a team like this, but it's also difficult to play a team like this when they know that they have matchup advantages. And when a team like this knows that they have matchup advantages, that breeds confidence.
John Wall is out there, very confident, dude. And I thought we had a bench advantage there. I think we all kind of said, we talked about that like the last podcast was coming into this one. The bench was, which they played well in game one. The bench played well because Washington has one of the worst benches in the league, and all they have right now. That's why they went to go get Brandon Jennings, who killed us in game two.
Bogdanovic.
So, but and he was another one, and he's a great shooter, so he helped out game two as well. But Brandon Jennings scored that fourth quarter. He was the one that tied the game. He went bananas because he was being guarded by Calderon. I think he scored like 6 of his 10 points or whatever, like right within the first couple minutes of the fourth, and tied it up. And then I was like, well, there goes our advantage. Like, we don't have it this game. But for this whole series, I still say we need to play like 10 deep. I think you have to stick with that because your starters, you don't know what you're getting from them. But there's no certainty with this Hawks team. So you got to go 10 deep, 10 or 11 deep. Today's game is, we got today's game 5:30, so I don't know. This will be aired Monday. But play 5:30 today, game 3. What do y'all expect game 3?
Conan said he expect to win.
You just said that. Is he serious?
Yeah, he was on the radio yesterday. He said he guarantees the Hawks going to win.
Washington, you don't want to get Washington anymore.
Bulletin board material.
Yeah, you got to relax. You're down 0-2, but I get it. Like, Damian Lillard still thinks they're going to come back and beat, the Warriors. The Warriors.
Said they're 0-0.
And I shout out to Dame, man. The Warriors, blazing 6, man. It could happen, right?
No.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Millsap
anything can happen. Crazy things have happened in the NBA.
Come on. They can win 4 straight.
Millsap says 0-0.
Crazier things haven't happened in the NBA game.
We just saw a 3-1
lead. The 8th seed beating the number 1 seed after being down 2-0.
07? Oh,
they weren't down 2-0.
They weren't down to 8, but they beat them though.
They weren't the 73 win Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. This is just Dirk Nowitzki.
They were number 1 seed.
Right. Yeah, 6-7 wins, I think.
We're going.
Oh, wait. I think they were the defending champs, though.
What?
That was 07, right?
That was 07.
Yeah.
No, he was champs.
No, the Heat were. Yeah, remember?
Oh, they
06.
lost. They lost.
Yeah,
06
they
Wade.
They were the reigning losers.
Yeah, the reigning loser. And Dirk was MVP that year. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Dirk was MVP that year, and they still lost.
Avery got choked by his mentor, Nelson, that Dunny ball.
Nelson Mandela in this thing.
That Warriors team that beat them, that Mavericks team, just matched up better, and they had a bunch of 3-point shooters. The Portland doesn't have any of that, so
Wait. Who doesn't have what?
Portland.
Portland got 3 shooters.
They just got
They got Crabbe. They got Allen Crabbe.
who is that?
The shooter on the bench. He comes off the bench.
The fake Odell Beckham.
Yo, chill out.
Wow.
Dollar Store Beckham.
You know, he was probably listening to our podcast, and he's like, I'm turning this off right now. He's like, they're making fun of me. Yeah, Allen Crabbe, obviously Dame. They got CJ.
Okay. But think about this: the Warriors have like 4 of the best 10.
Yeah, you're not gonna
stop.
stop. Yeah, no,
You're not beating them.
They have a
4
shoot.
times.
Yeah, they.
Katie didn't even play last game. They still beat him pretty bad.
They're resting players in the playoffs. Think about that.
That's real.
You
Damn.
resting for the finals?
Damn.
I'm
If you
just
can rest
saying.
people in the playoffs, wow.
Yeah, I'm just
You really
saying.
got it. Like, yeah, that's true.
I'm
I mean,
just
at
saying.
any moment, Kevin
Must be
Durant
nice.
could
That
just
must be
come
nice.
back and just crush Damian Lillard's heart when he wants to. basically.
Yeah, he could. But he's like, I don't need to. Yeah,
We don't need to play right now.
he shot like 70% the game one. Like KD, I swear, did not miss a shot that game. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what that box score says. I saw in my eyes, he ain't miss a shot. Like, this dude's not missing.
Giannis blocked the dude with his forearm.
I saw that.
That was crazy.
I
Like
saw that.
he like jumped like in the middle of the air and blocked with the middle of his forearm. Like
Yeah,
Giannis is a
swatted
freak.
it
Giannis
to
is
about
that-
the 4th row.
yeah, Bucks pull off an upset.
Y'all want wait real quick. We got is there
But is that considered an upset?
Yeah,
What?
Bucks haven't won a playoff series in forever.
I don't see here's the
I
problem with that.
don't know if it's a. I think
I don't
Ben-
know because I think we all like I don't trust Toronto. I just don't trust Toronto.
Yeah,
So I was like, I don't think they're. I don't care how high they seated are. They can be number 1. I just like they're good at flake in the
The thing
playoffs.
is, Milwaukee's
You know what I
a
mean?
team of the future. Milwaukee's a team of the future.
They're
As long as
hungry.
They keep Giannis. They're a team of the future. You know,
And they don't have
team,
Jabari.
New
They're
arena.
doing all this without Jabari.
If you could argue that if they had Jabari, they'd be the number 2 seed, number 2 or 3 seed right now.
3, I won't go that high.
That's a,
They were on the way to being that high.
I remember we did our predictions before. I thought it would be the 5th seed. 4th
Yeah.
seed. 5th. Yeah, I said 5th. Yeah, to start. I was like,
a lot of people don't respect.
Because I was like-
a lot of people don't respect Milwaukee.
yeah, I don't get why. I mean, they're pretty. I would be as far as matchup go. They're pretty damn intimidating. Like Thon Maker,
they're long.
I would be pretty.
I think they will be up there. Man.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're
they didn't have when they had Jabari Parker for most of that time. They didn't even have Chris
If the Hawks,
Middleton.
if the Hawks,
they
get,
did. They
the Hawks
did
can get 5th, losing after losing like 10 games, Milwaukee can be up there.
The thing
Nah,
about
yeah.
Milwaukee is
True.
that what they have to eventually watch out for in the future is I talk about this all the time on this show, on this podcast. What I talk about all the time is the fact that Eastern teams in the East are waiting for one of 2 things to happen.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
for LeBron to break down or for him to retire. Milwaukee's one of those teams. If they can keep everybody because they play in
Yeah, that's
Milwaukee.
true. Yeah.
Because players eventually, number 1, you would think maybe a Milwaukee Bucks team wouldn't have that type of money to stay under the cap. And number 2, it's one of those issues where you would think that perhaps maybe a Giannis, if he gets offered more money like by a New York or an LA
he
or a
just-
Chicago
just
or a
got paid.
Boston,
Yeah, he just got
could
5.
go.
He just got 5
He
years.
just got paid. He'll be all right.
Here we go. My thing, yeah,
But in
no,
the future.
looking at it makes me think about all the great players who came through Milwaukee. Though that's so true about them leaving after a while, like Ray Allen and stuff like that. It's just
Right.
like,
Even,
it happens,
Wilt
yeah.
Chamberlain.
But yeah,
Who else?
Jabbar.
Who else?
Jabbar.
No.
Yeah,
Who else? came?
Skyhook left.
Oh, you're right.
And
Oscar Robinson.
Red can stay healthy.
Oscar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of great players who left there.
When Will play for Milwaukee? Milwaukee who?
The Milwaukee Lakers.
Oh yeah.
Rashad was born in 1995. Everybody. so,
For those that are just listening to
there was no
first
such
time on
thing as the
Dash.
Milwaukee Lakers.
I'm gonna say no. He's thinking. No, I thought they were the Minnesota Lakers.
Minnesota Lakers.
Minnesota Lakers. I was like, hold on, the Minneapolis, the Minneapolis Lakers.
Ain't
I
Lakes,
think
yeah,
they
Lakes in LA like that.
Before OKC was the Thunder,
I was
they were the
confused,
Portland Sonics.
The Portland Sonics, yo.
It was Milwaukee, but Milwaukee they had Robertson. He never left though. Kareem left.
Yeah, he got a ring.
Ray Allen left.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, Kareem.
Why
That's
I
two
want to say
players.
Von Baker. Y'all remember Von Baker?
Yeah, man. The
He was a
Druggy.
shooter. He was. He looked like you say he looked like a turkey.
Nah, I said the druggy.
Oh, Damn.
Wow.
I forgot we nationally.
Yeah, you know.
I apologize, Mom.
Nah, it's too late. Oh my God. Dash Radio, you know what's up. You know, we in the building.
You remember the 2010 Lakers?
I apologize to your family.
You a wildin', man.
See,
Go ahead, David.
I was saying the 2010 Lakers. I wonder, like, would the Warriors and Cavs get to that point? Because, like, the Lakers, they
got exhausted.
they appeared in consecutive finals and they ran out of gas. Like, Dallas was hungry, and it's just like you
think the Warriors will end? I can't. You think they're actually? I just don't see them. Okay.
I mean, they get tired. I mean, like Odom and the core of that Lakers team is pretty young. You take away,
they were.
I mean, you take away Kobe and Gasol. That team is very young.
And Kobe was only 29.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't think they'll get tired. I think people will start getting hungry, just like the Seattle Seahawks did.
Okay.
You know, we had a couple years ago where everybody was like, the Seattle team could be the best team ever, and then I called it. I said, eventually everybody wants their money. Everybody wants to get paid. Everybody wants their bigger brand. So, I mean, you can't keep everybody, and that core is going to get shaky after a while. I think Klay Thompson's going to get tired of being the backup guy, and Draymond Green's going to want to be a bigger star. Steph Curry's got to get paid eventually, but then he's already, 28, 29?
I think he's 30.
Steph's 29. Yeah. Oh, ask Rashad.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just
I don't know.
Teams getting cocky because I remember. I remember Kyrie said during the season that if they play the Bucks in the playoffs, they'll sweep them.
Who?
Said Kyrie said it. He said he'll sweep. He said they can sweep the Bucks.
They haven't even swept the Pacers yet.
They about to though.
I was just like, teams like the Bucks gonna remember that.
Kobe was 32 in 2010, by the way.
This man, Jeff T. We was talking about this earlier. Me and David. He done went to 2 teams in the last 3 years.
Oh man,
he got swept all 3 years by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Somebody said he gonna get swept in every city, in 3 different cities, because he's about to get swept in Indiana. He got swept in Atlanta. He got swept in Cleveland. In the last 3 years, dude.
Man.
I was like, what's he gonna do?
That's so wild, man.
You think you're gonna come back to Indiana?
Proving my point. Crazier things have happened in the NBA.
He did say that.
Exactly.
Akeem said that.
Crazier things have happened in the NBA.
Hey, Rashad, listen up.
Who expected in 2004 that the Lakers were going to be swept, or rather not swept, but beaten in 5 games by the Detroit Pistons? This was a team that had Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton,
that team
and
had a
Karl
lot
Malone.
of problems, man.
You gotta respect
Problems going to catch up.
They had 4 future Hall of Famers.
Problems going to catch up to you, man. When you got, I think he done slept with his wife. Oh, I think, and then
what you talking about?
And they get out to the media, but they're talking about Karl Malone was
sleeping
with one of their wives. Yeah,
no, he didn't sleep. They said he made a move on Kobe's wife, and Kobe didn't appreciate it.
And then Kobe was in court, and then they had a lot of drama, and then Kobe ain't like Shaq, and Shaq ain't like that was the beginning of the beef.
4 future Hall of Famers plus the greatest coach in history, Phil Jackson.
When you got. When you got 4,
he said Phil's the greatest.
When you got four greats, 2 of them past their prime, 2 of them on the verge of retirement.
That was a washed team.
And you got 5 beefs going on simultaneously. Then, I mean, it was going to explode eventually.
It was. That's what it is.
The Pistons were the most together team in modern day history. It ain't. Other than San Antonio. Other than the San Antonio, I mean.
What do you mean, like as far as how they played, or just who they were?
They were just together. Like
they
team.
really tight.
They were one brain.
Yeah, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace,
other
Ben Wallace.
Than San Antonio teams,
Rip Hamilton. Y'all think about this. Rip Hamilton's. Think about this. Rip Hamilton's tombstone is going to be R.I.P. It's Rip Hamilton.
Oh, man.
Hey, we remember
you got a point, man. Oh, shoot.
The Hawks.
Crazy, man.
The Hawks helped the Pistons. Back when they used to do them stupid trades, trade them guys for nothing, traded Bob Sirr for Rasheed.
They got.
Damn, we had Rasheed for one game. He had like a triple double, didn't he? What was it? Remember that? Rasheed Wallace played for the Hawks one game and balled out in New Jersey. I remember that.
He didn't want to play. He didn't want to be the best player on the team like that. That's why he demanded the trade from Portland, because he didn't want to be the man. So they traded him to Atlanta. He's the best player on the team. So he's like, y'all got to get me out of here. He played one game.
He
had 32 points, 7 rebounds, 5 blocks.
He balled out that game.
And then,
he balled out.
You had Steven Jackson was on the team with him. That was
Captains.
Hey, I don't know, man. That team. Hey, man.
Let's not
And
reminisce
then-
about what we never had.
And then we traded him
could've
for
been?
Josh Smith. I see a
like-
bunch of Rasheed Wallace jerseys all the time, Hawks jerseys.
What? Really?
Yeah. I saw one at like Disney World like in 06.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, Rasheed Wallace, hey.
You said, hey, hit them folks. I don't know. Look, can we predict these next two games real quick for the Hawks? Game 3 and Game 4. I need predictions, people.
I'm gonna go on record and say that they're gonna win the next two games. I'm gonna go ahead and say they're gonna win the next two games, and then it's gonna go back to Washington 2-2.
Okay. All right.
I'm confident.
Okay. I'm surprised. I think you said
I'm
one
surprised
game.
he's that confident. I got the Hawks winning Game 3. I don't know about Game 4. Honestly, Game 3 will tell me a lot about what happens in Game 4.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Hawks are supposed to win Game 3, so they'll probably win by 10 or so.
I thought you were say by 2. Yeah. I just like, yeah, they should win, so they win by 1. You know. Anyway, go ahead.
But then, the series doesn't start until the other team gets a win on the road. So
True.
I feel like that Game 4 will be the game that decides the series.
Okay. All right. David?
I think Washington got this game today. I think they're motivated, and I think they definitely hear people. I definitely think they've seen like Millsap's comments and seeing how these Hawks players still are confident. I think they want to put an end to them. And I think I'm curious to see. Like, I can't call Game 4. I would say Game 4, Atlanta might steal that one. It's a Monday game.
Yeah.
And the Wizards might take the foot off the gas because they're like, we got them.
Mm-hmm.
But Atlanta might steal that one, and they beat Atlanta in 5.
They be like, okay. That's Rashad.
I got the Hawks winning triple MMA, and I got the Wizards winning quadruple MMA.
I don't know how to take that. What are you saying right there?
No.
That's what I didn't know what he said.
Literally, they were like, they asked Dwight
The hell
like
does that
yesterday. They said,
Who asked that? Who said that?
He said in the first game it was MMA, and then Marquise Morris said, okay, Game 2 gonna be double MMA. So what is Game 3? And then Dwight was like, I guess triple MMA. So the whole
Dwight.
series is
Dwight.
just MMA.
It's gonna be. It has been. If people haven't been watching, because they put us on NBA TV second game.
Yeah.
If they haven't been watching,
NBA
I know.
TV of all places.
they put them. If people haven't been watching, it's been a physical series. It's been a physical series.
It's not. This is not worse than the.
not worse.
The 2010 series against Milwaukee. Every game was on NBA TV.
True.
That was a bad series.
We couldn't watch
man.
none of those games.
That was a bad series. It's that you had to live in Atlanta to get Fox Sports South for that, because
Yo, people.
Yeah.
Let me.
you had no NBA
people
TV?
listening, if y'all don't know, Atlanta, they don't put us on. Rarely get on TNT. Like,
Ain't nobody
during the
praying
playoffs.
for us.
Yeah, it's not.
Ain't nobody praying for us.
Kendrick, K-Dot.
Even when they were number 1 seed, they were on NBA TV. That was crazy. Like, that's the first time that's ever happened, bro.
Get that advanced package on Xfinity. That digital package.
But yeah,
That's sad.
Get that basic stuff.
I'm ready for Dennis to actually throw the hands. She said that Coach Bud was like, yo, you need to tone it down. But before the series started, he said, I already know it's going to be feisty. John Wall been turning up every single play, every layup, every jump shot, every free throw. He been yelling at shooters, staring them down.
You saw that
cussing
stare
them
down
out.
when he said, boy, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you, boy? Said, what's wrong with you, boy?
It was the way he said it, though. I said, damn, Rashad, you going? I see you, Rashad.
What's wrong with you, boy?
He said, yo, John Wall let him know, Dennis, like, you a little boy.
And then Shooter was
A
like,
little boy.
Shit, but he said Coach Bud told him to keep calm because he already know how he is before the series started.
Right.
Be
But,
Spurs. Be
hey,
like the Spurs.
I am ready for these hands to be thrown. Someone got to throw hands.
Why you want to fight so
'Cause they
bad?
talking trash so much. Someone got to throw hands.
I got you.
Who's your guys' prediction of who's going to fight first?
Millsap.
Oh, yeah,
and
Millsap.
Morris.
Yeah, Millsap Morris.
And Millsap ain't even gonna. He's just gonna push him.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
it.
And then give him the mean eyebrows. and then Morris gonna be doing most of the fighting, and then
Yeah.
Dwight gonna hold Millsap back. And Shooter gonna try to jump in, throw punch. Then Brandon Jennings gonna jump in off the bench.
Compton's
And
in
then
the
he
house.
He gonna get
Yeah,
fined.
yeah.
He can't afford that.
He can't afford that.
Hey,
We count pockets in here.
Brandon Jennings been a steady backup for. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. He in the NBA. I'm not even gonna play.
You're not going to hit on BJ?
He got it. He got it.
What's up, Brandon
I'm
Jennings?
gonna say Morcine Gortat versus
Dwight?
Mike Muscala.
Wow, you really
Yeah,
It's never usually the stars that start a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's realistic.
with a man bun?
So someone showed the pictures of
Okay, that's
Zaza
good.
against KG, Zaza against
Yo.
Jason Richardson, and Pero against David West. And then he
Pero
was
didn't
like,
back down.
he was like, "It's your turn, Ilyasova." So we'll see, man. If
Eric, you
Ilyasova-
thought Schroeder would get in the fight first.
I thought he would. I thought Shooter would get into this
Yeah,
thing.
so gonna take a charge.
Yeah. And then get mad.
He gonna get up and say, "Where's the technical?"
He's like,
Punch you in the face.
he's
It's
like,
a
he
charge.
he hit me when I took a charge.
I think every international Hawks player has always been like a feisty. I don't know if that's on Bud, but they all like something. They talk trash or something. What is it about international ballers that
They don't
they don't
back down.
care? Like they ready to get it in anytime. Who's that dude from Orlando? Mario
Hezonja.
Herman Jones.
He talked. He said he was the next Michael Jordan. You remember that? When
Yeah,
I was like, this dude. I like it though, but they don't. They talk so
he's the
much.
next Michael Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
Jordan from Spain.
Jordan.
Hey Jeremy,
Michael Jordan.
Hey, one time for the one time, who the Hawks gonna draft this year with the 19th pick?
Oh yeah.
Vladimir Vuskovic from Latvia. He's a 6'10" Latvian small forward.
I feel like you're describing like a grown man's been living with his mom for like 40 years. That's just been hooping.
Yo,
Like
when is,
you know, Hawks gonna draft somebody who's like 35 years old. and it's been just like-
when Cornier coming over? What's his name? Cornier.
Isaiah. Yeah,
Isaiah
Isaiah
Cornier.
Cornier. Yeah, I don't know. He's in France.
I forgot we drafted him until I saw him on Twitter a couple weeks ago. I was like, we did draft him.
Did he say true to Atlanta yet? He probably hasn't. He can't say. He probably can't legally say that yet.
I remember when Lamar was talking about the Hawks a lot when he was drafted and they had him overseas for a year.
Who was?
Lamar.
Patterson.
Oh, Patterson. I'm
You know,
tripping.
the part-time
Talking about
Hawks.
Lamar Odom. I'm like,
Him and Ryan Kelly, they the part-time Hawks.
They do.
They
They
alternate, you know. They say, oh, Ryan contract up. All right, we going to sign Lamar for a week.
Jeremy, by the way, you described
Oh
that
my
19
God.
draft pick by the Hawks probably the way Adam Silver may announce it at the draft.
Yeah,
He's
no.
gonna be like,
true.
"Who is this? Why y'all get him? Oh, he's an American player. Who?"
Oh, speaking of that, we got the 19th pick. That came out this week.
Grayson going back to college. So,
Grayson Allen.
that's
So we
what
can't
we-
get Grayson. Oh, so that's
So,
what you wanted?
it's gonna be the who the
What?
I
What's
gotta
wrong?
be careful of my words.
No,
here.
go say it.
Who's the
You're the
other?
alien.
Who's the other guy on Dukes? Luke Kennard.
Yeah, Luke
Luke
Kennard.
Kennard.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, yeah.
You are now tuning into the A League. Yes. No. That's say whatever you want. I
Have all
think
the Plumleys already been drafted out of Duke?
no. There's probably one more.
Probably one more.
I'm
maybe
sure
two.
they're making one.
I bet you there's one more. I don't even.
Lab somewhere.
They're making one right now. Yeah, they're good.
Hey, you know Duke's smart, so you know they creating Plumleys.
you think Duke creates players? That's a conspiracy.
They creating Plumleys.
Uh-oh,
They're
look
not
at-
creating players. They're just the
Wow,
Plumleys.
what?
They're just Plumleys. That's
Kyrie-
all they
That's,
do.
that's all that's coming out of Duke nowadays. It's a bunch of Plumleys.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
true.
the Gronk. They're gonna have a Gronk playing basketball. It's like, dang man, I didn't know y'all had another son. Yeah, he played ball though.
Needed help.
He going to Duke.
Ball, though. Oh my gosh. Well, look. So I'm gonna go with a split for the weekend. I'm gonna say Hawks win Game 3, Wizards win Game 4, and then close it out. Close it out Game 5.
I think the Hawks win Game 5.
You
I
think
say
they win
six.
Game 5?
How you
Hawks
think
still Game
how
5.
you think the turnout gonna be?
Turn up.
Then we gotta talk about that too. Yes. Attendance for today's game and for Monday's game. People in Atlanta.
G-Day.
People. Oh, it is. I forgot about y'all.
G-Day,
Yo,
man.
today's also Alabama Day, A Day, and the lady. Shout out to Sharon at my job. She's like a huge Alabama fan. She's going to it. She said she made fun of y'all. She says y'all think UGA people think y'all on the same level as them, but
We're
you
not.
guys are not.
We're not.
But she's not talking about you because you understand. But Alabama people really get offended when you guys talk about being prestigious. You're not up there. That's what she says. She's just
Yeah, they have like 12 championships.
okay. Oh, you wouldn't. You're a
I don't know.
smart
I don't,
UGA
I
fan.
don't know who would say that.
She's talking about other
That's
UGA.
blasphemous.
That's blasphemy.
That's blasphemy.
Shout out to Alabama. Also, LSU Day is tonight, 8 p.m. You know,
Georgia State
Championship
was
team.
last week, blue and white game. we had a good 500 show up.
Where did y'all play?
Man.
We played at Grady High School.
I bet you Rashad was the loudest one there, and I respect you for that.
Nah.
You probably would. No, that's good. No. Respect. You got somebody got to cheer.
Yeah, Rashad was
So
chill.
there gotta be somebody
Go-
there.
people, we got to support Georgia State football. I'm gonna start doing it this season.
They're in a new
Sean,
stadium.
hey,
I'm
Sean
lying.
Elliott, I'm telling you, Sean Elliott in 5 years, mark my words, he gonna have Georgia
Sean
State.
Elliott.
Right.
That's a new coach.
They gonna be one of the best football teams in mid-major in the country.
In 5 years?
Might even be top 25.
Wow.
Because
No,
Troy was the best team in the Sun Belt this year, and they were 25 for a couple weeks.
Troy used to get them.
I
Auburn.
think Georgia State can be a top 25 team in the next 5 years. I said it first.
Real talk, because I
Elliot.
think that, that stadium, that's a recruiting gold mine for Georgia State. Because there's a reason as to why they wanted that stadium after the Braves left for Cobb and SunTrust.
I mean, they're already starting to get a whole new class of recruit, and that's just over the last 3 years. So
We've been recruiting ever since Elliott stepped in office. We've been recruiting the 5-star guys, the 4-star guys. Miles won't go for that. Miles won't go for nobody above a 2-star. So, I mean, the fact that we even going after the 5-star guys, this team, I'm telling you, in the next 5 years, they're gonna be top 25. But we wanted to talk about relationships. Last week, Keem, we had the pleasure as we were walking out the building to join someone else's radio show and talk about relationships. So, fellas, just give us a quick recap of what we discussed last week.
go ahead, King.
Oh, well, it was. Where do I start? Where do I start?
Start at the part where you said bring home the bacon. I missed that part.
Well, basically, my part was, it basically was like, we was talking about the idea of, challenges in relationships that, men go through.
We got a hold on, King. We got a clip, man. Run that. Because y'all need to hear this. Dash Radio, what's up?
Like, I have no problem. Like, if I'm with a woman and she's making more bread than me, she's getting more money than me, that's no issue. But if you're going to start clowning me,
There you go.
start
That's what I'm
making
saying.
fun of me,
Talk, man.
and
Talk,
you're
man.
gonna start doing all this stuff, talking
Yes,
about,
sir.
I'm not a man just because I'm not bringing
Right.
home the bacon. I'm like, huh? Come again? Yeah. Huh? Come again? The thing is, I may be making just slightly less money than you, and you're still gonna get on me. Yeah, I'm trying to build something for for both of us, really, not just yourself.
You got what I'm saying? Brother King, that's our relationship now. Calm down, bro. Take something to drink. Yo, what I'm trying to say. You know what?
But so that if people don't know,
And
If people don't-
shout out to LJ with Relationship Matters.
yeah, shout out to LJ. Relationship matters, man. We had a little spot there last week. Akeem decided to take upon himself to let it be known that he's not gonna stand for it. So we had relationships. It was all about how we feel about it from our point, from men perspective here. We also always hear about the women constantly on Twitter, on here and that. So we had to voice our opinions, man.
Yeah,
Akeem, how you go ahead?
That's a King point of view right there.
That's
There's
a
the man's view, there's the women's view, and there's the King's view.
there's a Keem's view. I love it, yo.
Exactly.
Keem said he lost when he said come again. I'm sorry. He said, come again.
Come again?
Dog,
Bringing
every
that
time.
for y'all on listening on Dash.
Every time. I can't stop, man. Oh my God. That's our relationship guru right there.
Yeah.
Keem knows what it is.
He married on the level.
If Keem, you married then that's
You sound like that struck a nerve. You talking from personal experience. That's what that sounded like.
On that bit, I plead a fifth.
Where we going with this today? What we gonna do with the relationship? We gonna talk about what? I don't know how much.
Akeem said it all, bro.
Keem said it all, right? It feels like Keem said, social media. Y'all got a problem with social media and relationships. What y'all think social
My
media
biggest
is?
problem with relationships and
is?
social media is you have all these people that are going on social media, and the first thing that I see when it comes to relationship is, oh, we want these relationship goals. I'm like, really? Like, what are y'all doing to actually get to relationship goals? Y'all want those Beyonce, Jay-Z relationship goals. Y'all want those Barack and Michelle relationship goals. Like, but what are you actually trying to do to get to that point? Relationship goals were just invented out of nowhere. So before you can be Beyonce, Jay-Z, before you can be Barack and Michelle, that takes time to build.
This dude's
that
a
just
living-
don't, relationship goals don't grow on trees.
He's a living legend. Like, this is crazy.
Okay.
They just don't go on.
They don't go on trees.
Akeem, I agree with you, man. Like people,
Jeremy, go ahead.
People will see the goals on these Instagram pictures, these Facebook pictures, but they don't want to look at what goes on behind the scenes. They think you're not supposed to argue, you're not supposed to have fights, you're not supposed to have problems, but those couples go through those things.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
they fix them and move forward, and that's why they can have those moments where they're on Facebook showing off everybody.
Here's the thing. Do you think it's necessary to post your girl or your dude? Well, from our perspective, your girl. Listen, we're talking about from our perspective. Post your girl or not? Is it a big deal to y'all? Do y'all care to post your girl?
It is now because social media is this world. We live in this social media world where you got people in your DMs. That's the big stereotype that there's women in your DM. So when you put your girl on your Facebook or your Instagram, that kind of lets her know that she's special. Like she's not. She's
hands off.
Hands off. Exactly. Nobody can come say anything to you because you're front and center about who you dating.
See, and the sad thing about everything he said is true. The sad thing about it is posting your girl makes
Make it more desirable.
Damn. No. You said makes you more desirable, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, I just said No, he's right. Like that just draws more attention. If you showing your girl and they see like, dang, he treats her so right. Like they're like, I gotta mess that up. Like that's what these other chicks be thinking. Like I gotta. So some of these chicks be like, sometimes it's better not to let them know what you're up to, because otherwise you'll invite more attention, man.
Some women
I ain't
want
posting.
some women want that they can't have. They're like, he's a faithful man. That's what I want. So they,
Yes.
they go after him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Instagram and Twitter had a slogan, it'd probably be "The thirst is real."
Okay.
It'd probably be "The thirst is real."
Yeah, it's thirsty out there. A lot of people just,
On both sides.
It's just funny, like some people put their whole relationship on social media,
That's,
and
tripping
then
me
all of
out.
a sudden, all the picture, they had
That's
the
a
pictures,
different story.
and they had the pictures, up and everything.
Yeah.
And then something go down, like, damn, that's like 200 of your pictures.
Yeah. It's a complete.
It's like, they be like, what happened?
Yeah.
They'll be like, we're gonna deal with this in private. I'm like, no, y'all had everything
Nah,
in public.
exactly. Yeah.
This is all of our relationship. So we want to know what happened.
That's so real, though.
Hey, they
Go hiding after a while. They're like,
they have some code words too. Like you look at them statuses, they be like, we went through some things. So he cheated on you.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah, let's just be honest.
So we still there. I'm like, y'all cheated.
Hey, what? That's so real. What be killing me the most with those compilation videos? All right, so relationship, okay, where they put all their favorite moments together.
I hate that
and they put
so
music
much.
over it.
I hate that so
I be thinking like, yo, this is
I'll be like,
awful.
who be recording y'all kissing, man?
Yes.
That is so nasty.
Man,
Yes.
They had that thing on them.
Don't nobody want to see
They had that
that.
thing mounted up or something. They practiced it. They practiced that.
I'm sorry, yo, if you got a camera, you mounting your camera, you doing too much, my dude. Roll it back. Bring it back.
Hold on. I gotta set up the phone. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, okay. Act like you love me.
All right, let go. I am so tired of this. Like,
Sound like
this
Kendrick,
is
though.
not my generation. This is not.
It
Well,
kind of
I mean,
is.
Okay.
Man, you had to, your generation, you had to like, do you like me? Check yes or no.
Your generation
Right.
came up with the concept of cuffing season 2.
This
Yeah,
was-
y'all did.
My time is so stupid. There's so many stupid things. I can go on rants for days about how stupid we are.
I'm happy you were able to admit that. Though, 'cause
It's
that's not easy.
so stupid.
Yes.
That's it. That's
Okay,
all
all right.
It's stupid.
A lot of people just want. Everybody wants their relationship to look like Akeem said. It looks like a celebrity relationship. That's all people just want now. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
how
want you to look
cool
like
do we
Gabby
look like
Union and
we're-
Dwayne Wade.
What gets the most retweets for prom? The ones that they got the
my
fanciest tuxes, the fanciest dresses, and the limos and all that, and then going right back. I'm not gonna go.
I asked my prom date. I asked her out at the lunch table, dude. I had a chicken wing and like some mashed potatoes we were just chilling.
Nah, you
That's
gotta
it.
go
And I
viral
asked her. She
these
said,
days.
"All right, cool," and she kept eating.
How many
It wasn't none of that.
How many proms you went to? That
One.
year?
I had one.
I
I,
just
didn't go
went to
junior
one.
year.
I
I went to
just went to
senior
one.
year. Yeah, I almost
I
went
didn't
junior
go to
year.
any other schools. I just went to one.
So you were cool back then if you went to like different proms. Everybody, yeah, that dude, he getting in. Yeah, but no, we don't do that. Look, no, I had one more too. This is from This is from my homie. All right, he's listening. So if you are out with your significant other, your girl, and you constantly have to monitor her while you're out in the club, right? So y'all dancing, y'all having a good time. I know y'all know how this is. And you feel like you have to be like a security guard. Is that frustrating for y'all when you're out with your girl, trying to have a good time, enjoy yourself, but she's going to invite attention from other guys. You know how the club is seen or whatever.
Well,
just
shit.
party.
Especially around
dudes
here.
dudes be trying
Why
to.
is she in the club with you?
So, I mean, she's your girl. Y'all go out.
Like,
have fun.
Shouldn't have her in the club, man.
No, No, yes, you should. You can go out with your girl.
You go to a lounge. You don't go to a club.
No, if you want to dance and have a good time and do all this, you can go to a club.
You dance in the lounge.
You go to. So you're not gonna go take your girl to like MJQ, L Bar, none of these places. You're not gonna go there.
No,
That makes no sense to me. I
go
don't
to a
understand why you
lounge.
can't. Yeah, but the lounge is laid back.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Oh, that's lame, nigga. Please, I ain't doing it. Please, dog. I ain't doing it.
on
Hey, me and David.
Hey, David in the building.
Me and David gonna disagree. Hey, it was bound to happen. I was gonna slip up. I was gonna slip up. David, you pushed me to that. You pushed me to that.
I'm just saying.
We've been on SoundCloud, iTunes. We've been just fine for 11 months, man.
Hey,
The very first
didn't I tell you-
episode, out of all the words, man.
I told you I was gonna break. I told y'all eventually I wasn't gonna do
the
it.
podcast with all the black folks, man. Now they know on Dash Radio, they're like, all right, here come the A-League. I gotta get ready for this one.
I did.
I don't know what they're gonna say.
David, you pushed me to that one. I didn't even. Look, me and David just disagree on that. All right, that's it.
I'm just saying, cause like you can't take a girl to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom, so you got to have your head. You can't have eyes in the back of your head.
No, I get it. It's a lot to watch, but look, especially look. If she wants to go out, what you gonna do? You gonna tell her no? If she wants to go out to a certain club, blah, 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 you gonna be like, no, I don't want to go there. Let's go here. Like you can't. Sometimes she wants to go out. You gotta go with her. You just gotta be a security guard. My question is it annoying? That's all. I didn't get. I just want to ask that. Do you guys have to play the security guard role when you go out with your girl, whatever?
No,
You don't. Okay.
Not at all. It's
No.
just, it's an understanding. I mean, just like some couples, they're different. You
Yeah.
know, so like some, they know they're gonna be on the dude all night, but there's some they want to, mess around with the other guys. Some couples cool with it.
And some couples are in open relationships.
You don't mix alcohol with a bunch of noise and dancing and darkness.
Darkness. Yeah.
You don't mix those things because sometimes it can get confusing
always
when
bad.
you had a bunch of alcohol. Then you got feelings that get hurt. Things happen.
Yes.
It's best to just avoid those situations if you can.
Okay. What about this? What if the situation comes at your doorstep? All right. So a dude try her. Dude try to talk to your girl while y'all out, y'all dancing, having a good time, laughing, and then some dude tries her or whatever in front of you. Obviously, you feel like you need to step up. Are there times when you feel like maybe she herself as well needs to make it be known, like, hey, no, you need to chill? Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, does it always have to be on you to handle that, or is it also on her?
If you try to check the dude, there's alcohol involved. You've been hanging out. You outside. It's dark. It's late at night. Things get heated.
People gonna
now you got a whole nother situation on your hands.
Yeah.
It would have just been better just to avoid the situation.
Okay. You wait. Walk away
No,
from.
no.
I'm about to say I can't.
Not be there. In
not
general.
be there. Okay. All right.
If you could take my girl, she was never my girl to start with. So
That's true.
I mean, hey, bro,
You
like
got a point.
I ain't got no problem. I ain't sweating nothing. Cause when I be talking to my friends that just happen to be girls, and they with they man,
I like how you
and
said
then
that.
and then they start bordering them. I'm like, dog, like if I wanted your girl, I could have had her 2 years ago.
Wow.
So I ain't sweating nothing, bro. I ain't trying to steal nobody, girl.
Such a savage.
I'm just out here just talking to my friend.
This is the young generation.
Well,
If I could have had her,
what did you do in class?
Okay.
What'd you get on that test?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to spit. What?
You want
That's
nothing to do
my
with
friend.
them. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Come on
it's,
now.
assess the situation. 'Cause, some guys they can be pushy, and you have to step in. And sometimes the girl can handle it. Just like you just really got to peep it out. It just depends case by case basis. But yeah, I mean I've done it before. Took a girl to the club and stuff.
It's stressful.
She didn't really mess around like that. We always had space and stuff like that. We weren't really like crowded and everything like that.
That's
But
another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and also
It depends
another
on the scene.
possibility is the possibility that like Rashad was saying, certainly things can definitely stay on a friendly level, but how long can they stay on a friendly level, especially if there are issues with with that girl and her man, and then things may be going on, and then maybe what would
He gonna look at you.
exactly what would have happened?
Rashad, he
like,
gonna look
say,
at you. They having problems. He gonna start looking at. Hold on.
He gonna start looking at you.
Yeah,
and
why you
she
care
gonna
about her
start
so
looking
much?
at you too.
They go, you don't think that's gonna happen?
I ain't
That happens
getting-
all the time. The dude be stealing.
I ain't getting in the middle of none of that, bro.
No, I'm not getting in the middle of that neither,
That's
but
messy.
that
No.
happens.
That's
That-
when you
exactly.
fall back. That's when you fall back.
If he get mad, if he come for you like, yo, why
No,
you?
no.
Yeah.
If they having problems and she coming to me about it,
Oh, chill out.
I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna fall back.
Okay.
yeah.
I respect
I ain't
that.
trying to get in the middle of that.
And in that situation, Akeem, I feel like if you got the feel like another dude is causing the issues, then y'all got issues beyond what y'all got issues with. Like you don't even trust her. So,
True.
not saying you. I'm not saying you.
Oh, gotcha.
In general,
Everybody's looking at each other in here like, whoa. Look, that's. I'm sorry, man. This Keem, we got to give Keem credit again, though. This our relationship little section here, the podcast or the show. I mean, Keem started it off from last week. We might do this from time to time. Just vent. We got some people in here relationships, some people not. Just let it out. Jeremy, especially you. But no, because I always want to hear dudes who are in relationships because I know how it was. Yeah. It just because sometimes you want to hold back because you don't get in trouble, but sometimes you gotta let it out.
Sometimes,
Jeremy, like right now, like that, like this moment right here.
It's G Day. Happy G Day to us.
Jeremy
That's Athens speak for I plead the
Happy G Day
Jeremy being PC right
to
now.
us. Happy G Day, Bulldog Nation.
Hey, Rebecca, listen to the podcast.
Happy G Day to us.
Hey, Jeremy, should listen to it.
I'm pretty sure. No, more than likely.
Yo, so here it is, our first episode with Dash Radio. We hope y'all enjoyed it, man. This was
interesting to say the least.
Yes, interesting for sure. We're gonna go around the room real quick and give y'all our Twitter handle. Also, remember @A-League1 is the Twitter handle for our show podcast. You can get the recording of this on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, all those good things. AlmightyBaller.com, BlogTalkRadio.com, all those good things. So, Yaboa NBA is my Twitter. Hit us up if you guys want us to talk about certain things or you have questions or just comments on the show. Let us know. Hit us up. What's up, Rashad?
RashadMilligan.com. Shout out to my boy Vic's Fade. You already know, new single. Name a B coming out, you know what I'm saying? Already. Shout out to Florida.
Jeremy Johnson, Clark_Kent_75. That's my Twitter handle. I gave my Superman on.
David Norwood at DNorwood90. Shout out to Akeem for bringing home the bacon.
Yep.
Come again?
As I always do, Akeem Balaam on the Twitter, on the Grams, on the BeyondW.com. Check it out. Shout out Dash.
We out, man. Oh, man.
Watch out.